Inside the secret billionaire parties of Monaco's elite, what really happens behind closed doors. Welcome to Monaco, where luxury isn't just a lifestyle, it's the standard. But beyond the yachts, the supercars, and the glimmer of the casinos lies a world even more exclusive. A world of invitation-only parties, guarded estates, and billionaires who celebrate like royalty far away from cameras and curious eyes. What really goes on inside these ultra-private gatherings of Monaco's elite? Who gets in and who gets left out? We're pulling back the velvet curtain on a scene few even know exists. From celebrity guests to eye-popping indulgence, this is where the rich go to really play. Get ready, because once you see what happens behind those gilded doors, you'll never look at Monaco the same way again. Imagine a $1 billion Swiss art scam, super yachts worth over $100 million, and ultra-luxury villas costing $100,000 a night. This is just a glimpse into the secret billionaire parties that unfold in Monaco's elite circles. Welcome to the ultimate world of luxury, where money flows like water and the stakes are as high as they come. The allure of Monaco is every billionaire's dream. Nestled on the Mediterranean, this tiny but mighty paradise offers endless sunshine, no limits on wealth, and a lifestyle that's beyond the reach of most. Picture every corner lined with supercars, mega yachts, and exclusive private parties, all guarded like state secrets. The entire principality is crafted to cater to the ultra-wealthy, ensuring complete privacy, luxury, and the kind of financial freedom most can only imagine. But it wasn't always this way. Back in the 1800s, Monaco was on the verge of collapse. The royal family was desperate to find a solution before the country went under. They had to get creative, and what happened next changed Monaco forever. Back in 1863, Monaco made a move that would change its destiny forever. They opened the Monte Carlo Casino. But this wasn't just another place to gamble. It was a temple of luxury. Think golden chandeliers, velvet carpets, and an exclusive guest list packed with Europe's wealthiest elites. The plan worked like magic. Monaco's financial woes vanished almost overnight. The casino was such a money-making machine that Prince Charles III did something unheard of. He eliminated income taxes for Monaco's citizens. That single decision flipped the script. Businesses exploded, millionaires poured in, and the country began its transformation from near bankruptcy to billionaire haven. Soon, luxury hotels, grand opera houses, and secretive private clubs popped up, all tailored for the new aristocracy. By the early 1900s, Monaco had shed its struggling past and rebranded itself as a refuge for Europe's elite. Then came 1956, a moment that pushed Monaco into the global spotlight. Grace Kelly, one of Hollywood's most beloved actresses, married Prince Rainier III in a royal wedding that captivated the world. That union didn't just make headlines, it made Monaco a magnet for celebrities, billionaires, and old money aristocrats alike. But here's the real draw: no personal income tax. While billionaires in places like France or the UK see nearly half their fortune eaten up by taxes, Monaco lets them keep every dime. The government doesn't need their income. It's funded by casino profits, high-end tourism, and sky-high real estate deals. And unless a company makes most of its money outside the country, even corporate taxes are minimal. Monaco had cracked the code, a paradise built on luxury, privacy, and cold hard cash. Want the next part of the story? Because what goes on behind those gold-plated doors is even more unbelievable. Monaco is a place where money talks louder than anywhere else in the world. With a 20% value-added tax, VAT, on goods and services, that's really the only major tax you'll face here. But the true price of entry? Real estate. A modest apartment in Monaco will cost you more than a grand mansion in most countries. There's no land left to develop, and every square meter of space is worth its weight in gold. The wealthiest buyers are willing to pay anything to call this ultra-exclusive place home. Monaco's tax-free haven turned what was once a struggling kingdom into the world's most selective and expensive neighborhood. But it's not just about the zero taxes that draw the ultra-wealthy. It's the allure of the playground it's become. The streets, buildings, yachts, they all belong to people who have more money than most can fathom. Take SP Hinduja Shanu, for example, with a fortune of $19.5 billion. She's part of the Hinduja family, which runs a massive empire of banks, car companies, and healthcare chains all over the globe. From her base in Monaco, She manages the family's wealth through Hinduja Bank in Switzerland, always making sure the fortune keeps growing. Then there's James Ratcliffe with $16.4 billion. He made his fortune in chemicals, building Ineos, a company that makes plastics, fuel, and all kinds of products used worldwide. He even owns a football club in France, proof that his wealth reaches far beyond just business. His home in Monaco is surrounded by some of the most expensive properties, and his lifestyle revolves around private parties, exclusive clubs, and connections to the top billionaires. Next up, Stefano Pessina. With $11.8 billion, he's the mastermind behind Walgreens Boots Alliance, the largest drugstore chain in the world. His wealth has earned him elite access, from the best security to the most luxurious experiences. He's a regular at the most exclusive events, where only the richest of the rich are allowed. And let's not forget Eyal Ofer with $9.4 billion. These billionaires aren't just in Monaco to live. They're here to play, network, and enjoy a lifestyle that few will ever understand. Let's dive deeper into the secret lives of Monaco's elite, where yachts sparkle brighter than city skylines, and every street is a runway of wealth. Meet the billionaires who've made this tiny nation their ultimate playground. Eyal Ofer is a titan of the seas. He owns one of the largest shipping empires in the world, moving goods across global oceans like clockwork. But that's just the beginning. He's also a serious player in real estate, investing in some of the world's most valuable properties. In Monaco, Ofer is right at home among fellow billionaires. His super yachts are regular head-turners at the Monaco Yacht Show, where the ultra-rich go toe-to-toe in a quiet battle of who owns the boldest, biggest, most jaw-dropping vessel. Then there's Dmitry Rybolovlev, with a net worth of $6.8 billion. He made his fortune in the fertilizer business, but now makes headlines as the owner of AS Monaco, the principality's pride and joy in football. His life is a whirlwind of high-stakes deals, courtroom dramas, and extravagant purchases, like the time he bought a mansion from Donald Trump, only to demolish it. That's billionaire flex level unlocked. Rybolovlev thinks in billions, moves fast, and buys big art, estates, businesses without blinking. Enter the Rubin brothers, David and Simon, with a combined fortune of $15 billion. These two made their billions through savvy plays in real estate and tech. Their portfolio? Sky-high towers in London, luxury properties in New York, and now a front-row seat to the high life in Monaco. Here, they're not just enjoying the view, they're investing in elite clubs, lavish parties, and businesses that keep compounding their wealth. Tatiana Casiraghi, with $2 billion, comes from serious money. She's the heiress to a beer dynasty and married into Monaco's royal family, tying the knot with Andrea Casiraghi, grandson of the iconic Grace Kelly. Her life blends old money royalty with modern-day luxury as she pours her fortune into high fashion and luxury labels. She's a regular at exclusive galas where the guest list is tighter than Fort Knox. Then there's Eric Whitlock, worth $7.6 billion. He started in the sugar business but didn't stop there. He spun his wealth into a booming investment empire. In Monaco, he lives in discreet luxury, his life marked by privacy, precision, and power. His fortune keeps growing behind the scenes as he moves the chess pieces of finance with quiet dominance. These aren't just billionaires, they're the architects of the world's most exclusive neighborhood. And Monaco, that's their kingdom. Stick around because this world of ultra-wealth only gets crazier from here. Let's pull back the velvet curtain on a world most people can only dream of and meet the billionaires living in it like it's their birthright. David Nahmad, worth a jaw-dropping $2.33 billion, isn't just rich, he's one of the most powerful figures in the global art world. His private collection? A museum's dream. We're talking original Picassos, Monets, and dozens more masterpieces that most people will only ever see in textbooks. And where does he keep these priceless works? Inside his luxurious Monaco residence. Of course, walls lined with canvases worth millions, maybe even billions. But here's the twist: what makes these billionaires truly jaw-dropping isn't just their wealth on paper. It's what happens behind closed doors at the parties no one dares to talk about. Welcome to the secret world of billionaire celebrations, where luxury isn't just expected, it's orchestrated to perfection. These aren't your typical rooftop soirées or black tie galas. These events go down in hidden locations, protected by armed security, with guest lists stacked with royalty, CEOs, celebrities, and global power players. Think of them as luxury experiences that money alone can't buy, because it's not about the price tag, it's about access. Every detail is custom built to leave jaws on the floor, from venues kept secret until the last moment, to entertainment so rare it could be from another planet. Forget ballrooms, these parties take place on $100 million super yachts, off-grid villas, and private islands where no paparazzi dare follow. One of the most iconic locations? Villa La Leopolda, perched above the French Riviera. Once the opulent home of King Leopold II of Belgium, this estate has become legendary for hosting billionaire-only blowouts. How over the top were these gatherings? In 1988, one party here was so extravagant, it had to be held over 2 nights just to fit everything in. Guests were flown in, dined like kings, and left with custom-made luxury gifts just for showing up. And if that sounds wild, just wait till we step aboard the super yachts, floating fortresses of luxury, shielded from the outside world. These aren't boats, they're palaces at sea, where deals are made, secrets are shared, and the champagne never stops flowing. This is the world few see. And once you're in, it's hard to look at luxury the same way again. Let's take you into the heart of Monaco's most jaw-dropping weekend, the Monaco Grand Prix, where the world's richest don't just come to watch the race, they come to throw the most extravagant yacht parties on Earth. Picture this, mega yachts lined up like floating palaces in the harbor, their decks lit with golden chandeliers and pulsing with energy. A-list celebrities, royalty, tech titans, and global CEOs mingle with champagne in hand, while Michelin-starred chefs whip up custom menus and international music icons perform just feet away. And when the night hits its peak, fireworks explode over the Mediterranean, lighting up the sky and turning the sea into a private light show. But here's the deal, no cameras, no press, no leaks. What happens on those yachts? It stays there. If you weren't there, you'll never know. And it's not just the yachts. Monaco's most exclusive venues, like the ultra-private Amber Lounge, host legendary after-parties that are whispered about but rarely seen. These clubs aren't places you can just show up to. There's no price tag, no table you can buy, you have to be invited by someone who already belongs. What makes these parties truly untouchable isn't the decor or the champagne, it's who's on the list. These guest lists are elite power circles, handpicked and guarded tighter than some governments. Actors, billionaires, royal heirs, and political influencers all share the same dance floor. Regular millionaires? Not even close. Privacy is law at these events. Want in? You'll likely have to sign a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, before stepping through the door. No photos, no videos, no live streams, phones are collected on entry. Some parties even go as far as making guests leave smartwatches or personal security behind. Why? Because the ultra-wealthy hate exposure. Their fun is private, and they intend to keep it that way. Even the invitations are outrageous. Some arrive in custom-designed boxes, crafted like luxury gifts, letting the recipient know this isn't just another party. This is access to a world almost no one gets to see. And this is just the beginning. There's still more to reveal from the hidden world of Monaco's billionaires. You in? Let's peel back the velvet curtain on a level of luxury that's hard to even imagine, the secret world of billionaire parties, where the invitation alone is a masterpiece. Some invites are engraved in gold lettering on leather or silk, arriving like heirlooms rather than mail. Just opening one sends a clear message. This isn't just a party, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. And themes? They're not taken lightly. These events are like walking into a fantasy world. One night might feel like you've stepped into a royal palace from centuries past, with gold-trimmed walls, marble floors, and candlelight dancing across the ceiling. Another night, you're in a desert oasis indoors, complete with imported sand, palm trees, and mirage-like lighting. Live artists are flown in to create masterpieces in real-time murals, sculptures, even ice statues that melt away before sunrise. The point isn't just luxury, it's impermanence. These parties are meant to exist once and only once. As for the entertainment, we're talking Grammy winners performing private sets, fire dancers lighting up the night, and aerialists swinging above the crowd. Some go as far as to bring in exotic animals, yes, real ones, just for the evening. Others feature ultra-private auctions, where guests casually bid on rare artwork, million-dollar gems, and even private islands. Food and drinks? Forget about it. Picture dishes topped with white truffle shavings that cost more than a new car. Champagne flows without pause. Custom cocktails are made using ingredients so rare, even top chefs can't source them. And while this all sounds surreal, there are legendary events even other billionaires whisper about, the kind that feels more like modern-day fairy tales. Take the Safra soirée at Villa La Leopolda. This estate, once owned by King Leopold II of Belgium, is now one of the most valuable properties on Earth. In its lavish halls, banking royalty Edmund and Lily Safra threw some of the most exclusive and extravagant parties the world has ever seen. No public access, no press, no leaks. Just the upper crust of global wealth gathering in absolute privacy, experiencing things the rest of the world wouldn't believe if they heard. And trust me, this is just scratching the surface. There's more decadence, more secrecy, and more jaw-dropping stories waiting to be uncovered. Let's step into a world where money isn't just spent, it's orchestrated into unforgettable experiences. Back in 1988, a party was thrown that still echoes through the walls of luxury folklore. It was so over the top, they had to stretch it across 2 full nights. The moment guests arrived, they were greeted by a surreal sight. A villa blanketed in thousands of tulips, each one flown in from Holland, no expense spared. Every female guest received a custom-made enamel box, hand-painted with scenes of the estate, a keepsake most people would only dream of owning. And the entertainment? That was a performance lineup worth a red carpet. Sergio Mendes and his full orchestra were flown in from California, while a British concert pianist serenaded guests in a separate lounge. As for dinner, Michelin-starred chef Roger Verger delivered a culinary experience as lavish as the setting itself. This event didn't just set a new bar, it broke the measuring stick altogether. John Fairchild, the legendary fashion editor, dubbed it the ultimate in conspicuous consumption. And yet that was only the beginning of Monaco's party legacy. When it comes to the Monaco Grand Prix, most eyes are on the racetrack. But for billionaires, the real action is in the harbor, on super yachts worth upwards of $100 million. These floating palaces become private nightclubs for the elite, where kings, CEOs, and pop stars mix under heavy security. You don't just walk in, you need an invitation, a background check, and often a signed NDA. Once aboard, guests are treated to rare champagnes, meals prepared by world-renowned chefs, and live performances from global icons, all while catching the best views of the race in town, better than any VIP grandstand could offer. And when the engines cool, the party heats up at ultra-exclusive after-parties in penthouses and private clubs, like the legendary Amber Lounge. Here, Formula One champions celebrate next to Hollywood A-listers and industry titans. But it's not just champagne and dancing deals worth millions or billions are whispered in these velvet-draped rooms. These gatherings double as power hubs where fortunes are multiplied under the cover of night. And if you thought Halloween was just for costumes and candy, think again. Giles Mackay, who made his fortune in real estate, earned legend status in social circles for his insane Halloween parties. These weren't your typical costume affairs. Picture-themed mansions, theatrical performances, and surprises around every corner. The kind of party where every detail screams luxury and secrecy, and getting on the guest list was harder than winning a lottery. In the world of Monaco's elite, parties aren't just parties. They're statements, networking battlegrounds, and epic chapters in the private lives of the rich and powerful. And guess what? There are even wilder stories ahead. Stick around, because this rabbit hole only goes deeper. These parties weren't just events, they were full-blown extravaganzas, with elaborate themes, A-list guests, and mind-blowing decorations. Giles Mackay, known for his over-the-top gatherings, made his London mansion at the Boltons the ultimate playground for the rich and famous. One of his most infamous parties had an end-of-the-world theme, inspired by Nostradamus, with theatrical lighting and immersive effects that transported guests to a different reality. The extravagance was so intense, it had the neighbors fuming, who eventually filed complaints and slapped him with a $9,000 fine. But did that stop him? Not in the slightest. After selling his mansion for a cool $65 million, he packed up and moved to Monaco, where the privacy laws allowed him to throw even more exclusive and even more outrageous parties. While the details of his Monaco Halloween parties remain under wraps, it's safe to say they were nothing short of legendary. Now, while these parties might seem like they belong in a different dimension, in Monaco, everything has a price tag, and those price tags would make even the wealthiest blush. So what does it really cost to impress a room full of people who already have it all? Let's break down the economics of extravagance. Every luxury event has a price that matches its grandeur. The biggest costs: venues, entertainment, catering, and security, and believe us, the numbers are jaw-dropping. Venues set the tone for the night, and the location can make or break the entire event. Take Villa La Leopolda, one of the most expensive estates in the world. This historic mansion has hosted some of the most extravagant private events imaginable. Renting a villa like this in Monaco can cost upwards of $100,000 per night, and that's just for the venue. But the real showstoppers? The super yachts. During the Monaco Grand Prix, chartering one of these floating palaces can run you more than $1 million for the weekend. And what do you get for that kind of cash? Think infinity pools, helipads, and Michelin star chefs all at your service. The yachts become the ultimate private playgrounds for the ultra-elite, where every whim is catered to and luxury knows no bounds. Entertainment, that's just the beginning. When you're a billionaire, small-time musicians just don't cut it. Global superstars are the only ones worthy of a private stage. A-list artists like Beyoncé, Drake, and Elton John charge a fortune to perform at exclusive events, and these performances are more than just music. They're experiences. Add in fireworks, laser shows, and live art performances, and you've got a spectacle that's nothing short of legendary. But the entertainment doesn't stop there. Some hosts go the extra mile and bring in Cirque du Soleil performers, creating an otherworldly atmosphere where the extraordinary becomes the norm. It's all about putting on a show that no one will ever forget. And when it comes to food, simple is a word you'll never hear. Some parties feature truffle-infused dishes that are worth more than a luxury car. The best chefs in the world are flown in to craft multi-course meals that are as much a work of art as a culinary experience. And don't get us started on the drinks. Wine and champagne can run into the hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it's not just about the high price tag. Some parties bring in elite bartenders from the most exclusive clubs to mix custom cocktails using the rarest ingredients that only the ultra-wealthy can even dream of. Then there's security, and in the world of billionaires, privacy isn't just a luxury, it's a must. High-tech surveillance, armed guards, and private security forces are standard at these events. Some gatherings even require guests to hand over their phones at the entrance to ensure no leaks. The last thing these billionaires want is their private moments splashed across the media. To make sure nothing goes wrong, some even hire ex-special forces personnel to guarantee absolute safety. So while the price tags might be jaw-dropping, it's not just about the people enjoying the party, it's about the network of businesses that cash in on the event. Behind every million-dollar celebration is a system of hotels, rentals, and luxury services that profit from billionaire playtime. Monaco isn't just a playground for the rich, it's a gold mine. When the Monaco Grand Prix or the Monaco Yacht Show rolls around, everything in this tiny kingdom becomes a playground for the ultra-wealthy, and the prices? Mind-blowing. A single night at a five-star hotel can set you back tens of thousands of dollars. And if you're looking for something more private, villas and penthouse suites can cost even more insane rates for the richest people on earth. Then there's the luxury brands cashing in big time. Billionaires don't just rent yachts, they buy them. Some of the most expensive yachts change hands during exclusive private parties, along with designer jewelry, custom-made watches, and high-end clothing. These events have become secret marketplaces where the wealthiest buyers find everything they've been waiting to own. Behind the scenes, luxury event planners are making a fortune organizing these elite affairs. From exquisite decorations to personalized guest accommodations, every detail is meticulously planned. And it's not just the planners, the caterers, florists, and security firms are all cashing in too. Private jet companies see a huge boost as billionaires, and celebrities fly in for these exclusive events. The Monaco economy thrives off these high-end gatherings, pouring millions into the local tourism industry. Celebrities, billionaires, and VIPs flood the country, spending big and generating serious revenue. The government collects hefty sums from luxury taxes and high-end real estate sales, while businesses catering to this crowd keep their profits rolling in. But here's the secret that makes it all work: privacy. These events run on more than just money. They thrive because everything happens behind closed doors. Phones are locked away and guests are required to sign non-disclosure agreements just to walk in. Silence is the ultimate luxury in Monaco, making sure that the ultra-wealthy can enjoy their time in the spotlight without the world watching. The culture of secrecy. When it comes to billionaire parties, invites are hard to come by, and getting in is nearly impossible. If you're on the list, you're already one of the chosen few. But even then, there are strict rules before you can step inside. And the biggest rule? Silence. Guests must sign non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, ironclad legal documents that ensure no details of the event make it to the public. Breaking an NDA? That can result in massive lawsuits. We're talking millions in damages. Whether you're a chef, a security guard, or a celebrity, if you sign, you stay silent. At the entrance, phones are taken away. Some events go as far as locking devices in special pouches until guests leave. No photos, no videos, not even a quick snapshot. If anyone even tries to break the rules, private security teams are watching, ready to pounce. Speaking of security, it's intense. These aren't your average nightclub bouncers. Many of the guards are former military or special forces, trained to handle any situation that might arise. From kicking out uninvited guests to ensuring total control, they are prepared for everything. Some events even use facial recognition technology to track who's entering and exiting, and surveillance cameras monitor every inch of the venue. No one gets in unnoticed. But what happens if a secret slips out? Even with the tightest security, leaks can still happen. And when they do, the fallout is huge. Careless words or a single leaked photo can ruin careers. The entertainment world learned this the hard way in 2014, when private photos of actors, musicians, and models were hacked and released online. That leak sent shockwaves through the industry, sparking even tighter security measures for every exclusive gathering that followed. When secrets are this valuable, silence truly becomes the ultimate currency. As the years went by, billionaire parties became even more secretive. Phones, banned, NDAs, more strictly enforced. The ultra-wealthy realized that not even digital storage was safe from prying eyes. Sometimes the secrets slip out in the most unexpected places: courtrooms. When billionaires sue former employees, their private lives can get exposed in public records. The infamous Streisand effect comes into play when you try to hide something. It only makes people more curious. Barbra Streisand learned this lesson the hard way. She tried to get an aerial photo of her mansion removed from the internet. Before the lawsuit, hardly anyone had noticed it. But once she sued, the photo went viral. Millions saw it online. This same thing happens when secret parties leak. Legal battles don't contain the truth. They only make it bigger news. But even in Monaco, the fortress of wealth, some secrets just refuse to stay hidden. And when the truth slips out, the fallout shows just how far the rich will go to keep their lives under wraps. The dark side of the glittering elite, Monaco's elite, live in a world of unimaginable wealth, where everything seems perfect on the surface. But beneath that shimmering exterior, dark secrets lurk. Corruption, fraud, and shady deals happen behind closed doors. And every so often, some scandals are too massive to remain buried. Take Dmitry Rybolovlev, a Russian billionaire who was rocked by a scam in the art world. Rybolovlev had spent years amassing a collection of priceless artwork, trusting art dealer Yves Bouvier to help him purchase these masterpieces. But Rybolovlev later found out that Bouvier had been secretly marking up the prices, pocketing the difference for himself. It wasn't just a bad deal, it was a billion-dollar scam. The scandal went deeper than just art. It dragged Monaco's legal system into the spotlight. Investigations uncovered ties between Rybolovlev and top Monaco officials, with leaked messages suggesting that Rybolovlev had used his immense wealth to influence the legal process. As the story unfolded, several top officials were forced to resign. The case dragged on for years, but it sent a clear message. In the world of the ultra-wealthy, power and money can buy much more than just luxury. It can buy silence, control, and access to a justice system that turns a blind eye. In Monaco, the rules are different. Billionaires don't just follow laws, they create their own. And even the royal family isn't immune to scandal. Take Prince Albert II, Monaco's ruler. His life became a headline-making drama as he faced several legal battles over secret children. Women from various countries claimed he was the father of their kids. And while some of those accusations were dismissed, the truth came out when Albert admitted to having 2 children before his marriage. The lawsuits exposed the shadowy world of royal affairs, hidden negotiations, and family secrets, an intimate look at a world that had always been carefully guarded. Despite the palace's best efforts to protect Monaco's pristine image, these legal battles proved that even royalty can't keep their entire world under wraps. Monaco has long been a haven for the ultra-wealthy, but its connections to Russian oligarchs raised some serious red flags. For years, these billionaires had poured vast amounts of money into Monaco, buying up luxury homes, yachts, and even influence. But when international sanctions came crashing down after Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Monaco was forced to freeze the assets tied to Russian elites. This move caught everyone off guard. Monaco had built a reputation for protecting wealth no matter where it came from, and this sudden about-face shocked many. The crackdown revealed that even the wealthiest in Monaco weren't completely untouchable. Some speculated that Monaco had been backed into a corner, while others couldn't help but wonder just how much Russian money had already slipped into private accounts long before the sanctions took effect. In the end, Monaco's billionaires live in a world so exclusive, so closed off, that most of us will never even get a glimpse. But every once in a while, the secrets break through, reminding us that even in the most secretive corners of wealth, nothing stays hidden forever.